Hey guys, it's Marisha, and I know many of you have always wanted to know how to decorate a cake in homemade chocolate ganache. This is a great alternative for those who think that buttercream is too sweet or who just love chocolate and want to try something new. You're going to need chocolate and heavy cream. You need to heat up your heavy cream just until it starts to simmer just a little bit, and then allow for your chips to melt down in that cream. Stir and stir until it's completely combined, then set that aside in the refrigerator to thicken up. Now I'm going to be decorating my cake, of course, so I'm going to start from the beginning process with you guys. This is my simple but absolutely delicious vanilla cake right here, and I just made 3 thick layers of this vanilla cake. And in case you're wondering, this is a 6-inch cake. I'm going to split each of these cake layers in half. Now I'm going to douse my cake in my probably 20-year-old barbecue brush with some simple syrup, which is equal parts of water and sugar. And then I'm going to pipe a border with some vanilla buttercream because I like lots of filling in my cakes. Lots of filling in my cakes. And this is just some lemon curd that I made the night before. So delicious. And if you guys would like that recipe, just let me know. Now I can add my second layer, and this is just the beginning. Every layer gets treated the same. You want to douse it in your simple syrup if you have some, and then of course make your buttercream border. Now you don't have to make a buttercream border, but let me tell you why I did. These layers are heavily filled with raspberry and lemon. You don't want any of that seeping out into your whole ganache thing because that's just going to be a hot mess. So I have here 6 complete layers. I did lemon, raspberry, vanilla buttercream, more lemon, and more raspberry, and then that top layer. Now I'm going to carefully kind of saw off the bottoms because of course I never place my cakes perfectly center. I always have to shave something off. And now you can see my ganache has thickened up very nicely. The whole process, I have to admit, is very messy when you're talking about ganache because it's gloopy, it's just gloppy. But it will stiffen up and get thicker with refrigeration. Completely cover your cake in chocolate ganache. You can throw that on there with a spoon, with a bench scraper, with a knife, with a spatula, it's up to you. You just want a nice even layer to be able to fill in all of those little gaps that you have in between your layers and the little holes in your cake, and then you want to refrigerate that. Now this is just out of the refrigerator. You can already tell it's set up a little bit, and it's also darker in color, so that's how you know it's a little bit ready. It's more stable for that next layer. So this is basically the whole process. Build up your layers of chocolate ganache and stick them in the refrigerator in between. I'm going to give you guys a break from my voice now so that you can enjoy this chocolate dream in front of your eyes.
The winner, now's my time for love. Lonely moments seem to have gone now. I am moving on. I can face the world since you came back and said.
My cake was in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes, and I wanted a thicker ganache, so I whipped it up by hand until I had a strong bicep. For about 5 minutes I whipped up this ganache, and you can see it's lighter in color and it's a lot more of the consistency of frosting, although it is still ganache. Of course cream whips up beautifully, you know, we make whipped cream, so it actually kind of works in the same way here. You may have to use your cake scraper a few times around to make it completely smooth, but just be patient with it, and whenever you are satisfied with the outcome, then you stop and you get to cake decorating. After 20 more minutes in the fridge, my cake was finally ready to decorate. I was so excited. So I took some of my raspberry filling that I put in my cake and I mixed that in with my frosting to give me a raspberry buttercream. I used a large star tip to pipe a few designs on the top of the cake, and then I also made some white chocolate ganache, which you can clearly see wasn't warm enough because it's not nearly as droopy as it should be. I worked it out later on, don't worry. I finished my cake off with some dried rose petals, which was just perfect. And of course my camera had to cut off, but here's a picture for you guys. I also topped it off with 2 sugar cookies, some handmade delicious cake truffles, and some more sugar cookie crumbles and rose petals. And it was absolutely gorgeous and it was amazing. And if you guys love chocolate ganache, then you've got to thumbs up this video and subscribe to the channel for more. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and couture in a chocolate ganache covered lemon raspberry cake. Bye guys. Don't take a slice of my chocolate cake. I hope that you guys like this cake. I love this cake, and I wasn't the only one who loved this cake because I only got 1 slice of it. I actually had to take it to a painting with a twist painting party. It was so much fun. If you follow me on Instagram, then you saw me jamming out to Mariah Carey. So I didn't put as many videos as I wanted to. I didn't even put up my painting. You guys want to see what I painted? Just in case you do, here it is. I loved it. I was impressed by my own self. I was the only one who put a canoe in the middle of my lake. My grandmother, she said, somebody should put a boat out there so we could go fishing. And I was like, hey, I am a fisher girl. But my grandmother was so happy. She was like, you got the canoe? So anyway, back to the cake. Chocolate is so tricky. I love it, but I can't stand it at the same time because it has so many tricks and it's so sneaky. And so the easier and the less I have to do, the better it is for me, because I am not a chocolatier, if that's even a thing. But this turned out beautifully. As you saw, the ganache was silky. Now let me tell you guys something. I know I probably mentioned this in the video. If you're having any type of ganache troubles as far as the consistency, just make it thicker by 1, adding more chocolate possibly, and also by whipping it up by hand. And then you could always melt it back down, you could always do all that. Oh my goodness, the cake layers were just vanilla, and then I had the lemon, and then the raspberry, and then the buttercream, vanilla buttercream, and then the lemon, and then the raspberry. Oh, I have to make another one, but I don't want to just be eating cake all day. And if you don't have a reason yet to like this video, let me give you one. Ready? Here we go. Chocolate. Drops the mic.